Since I will be asking the question, since Jessie, it will be odd asking herself the question. So I will start you off. First of all, I'm just going to read some of these because their chats are pouring in. Wow, I'm mesmerized. So wonderful. Well done, ladies. So proud of this organization. Bravo. Yay, Company 21. It takes, let's see there. I know that it takes a lot. Go back. What a wonderful evening of dance. It takes a lot of maturity for a young dancer to perform a piece like this so well. Beautiful work. Just really so impressed with both the dancer's performance and Jessie's vision. Beautiful. So congratulations. I'm going to ask you the first question, then I'll come to your question, Kathleen. So I know that this piece is it's a larger piece. It's an 11-minute piece that you staged on the Steffi Nossen Dance Company many years ago and have staged on various college programs and other schools in that time period. So how was it taking this 11-minute piece choreographed for stage and dissecting it during COVID, during social distancing, and knowing that it was going into a dance film? How was that process for you?
So it was kind of crazy. um, we learned the main phrase work that we ended up shooting. We learned over Zoom, and we did have a couple of in person, but that actually we just reviewed at that point because we had already been rehearsing when we were able to see each other outside. But I basically, the challenge became this piece that was very much reliant on a collective unison phrase work and filming it in individual, and then going, well, how can I not have this piece be an hour long because there's 12 dancers? So kind of cutting and pasting. This is my second attempt at a dance film, so I was a bit cross-eyed from the process of editing, and I so appreciate movies so much more now. But yeah, and also making sure that the intention came out, and I have Brian Russo to thank for that, for being my fantastic videographer. So we kind of got into the environment and then went, ooh, okay, let's do this here. And oh, let's do this here. And then later, very similar to what Kathleen and Christian were saying, I kind of went, oh, this is the order it needs to be in. It was very, very different from the way we shot it. So
Yeah. I'll take a question here. So I loved that, Jessie. Such a great job, SNDC. Can you talk a bit about the use of eye contact in the piece? It was so powerful and also eerie, and I loved it.
Thank you. Well, the original piece is very much, for me, a journey from start to finish about feeling threatened as a woman, um, being kind of realizing where that all comes from, and maybe dealing with certain aggressions or traumas as a woman, and then coming out of the other side of everything, coming into your power a little bit. And this is why I think this piece is so why I wanted to revisit it on Company, because I just uh, so love seeing young women perform it and become empowered in their own bodies in that way. So I think the most difficult thing to do as a dancer is to really, really focus and really, really see. Like we joke and say the three hardest things to do in dance are walk, run, and stand still. But it's very often true, because if you can stand still and hold a focus and show an intention in that focus, um, then man, you're a good performer.
Absolutely. Kind of going off of that is, can you talk about how you coached the dancers? Is a question.
Yeah, I mean, oh, it's so hard because and any educator knows, and those of us who, and especially where we use our bodies to teach, and go off of the energy of bodies in space, this was really, really challenging. So I I really left it up to them in many cases, where I gave them a quote, I gave them a prompt, I gave them a poem, and I asked them, to think about how it meant how it felt in their body to read something, and how they could, bring it into their movement energetically and physically. And so I think they did a fantastic job for sure.
I think they did a phenomenal job. Congratulations, dancers. I know you're out there. I see you. um, Another one is, were there many phrases changed to adapt to the environment?
Hmm. No. We actually, they just went straight, like just went for it. And then actually, I think almost after every single dancer did the main phrase in the sand, they all went, "Oh my gosh, this is so much harder than doing it, at home or in the studio, or whatever." We actually have never done it in the studio. So, um, the sand, I mean, I don't know if you've gone for a run in the sand ever, or a long walk in the sand. Dancing at full physical capacity like that is just like woo. So, and it was at one point it was really very hot, so we kind of filmed in one day, breaking it up for safety for the dancers during COVID. And so we filmed over the course of like 6 or 7 hours in one day. And it became really, really, really hot in that sand, and then it stayed kind of hot. And we're like, well, this is unique. It was like, when was it? September. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, excellent. I lost the question. It got away from me. Why did you choose the beach and sand and water?
mm. So I, all throughout COVID, my son and I go for walks in our neighborhood at least once a day, starting from March. Still right now, we go for a walk every day, and every day I walk by this beach, and I realized it was just so sad after Labor Day. It was Nobody was there and nobody's using it, and I'm like, ah, this speaks to everything that I feel strongly about in this piece, the power of water. I think, the force of water is, I mean, if you've ever had anything flood in your house, but if you've seen, a rock can be worn away over time from water, the strength that something so malleable has, very much reminds me of strength in these young dancers, and the challenges placed on women, and how we just rise to it and become stronger from it.
It's phenomenal. All right, we'll take one more. Did wearing the mask bring even more into the work?
Yeah, bizarrely enough, we kind of went, well, this kind of works. I mean, and it actually helped me come up with the title. I mean, the title is of the film is very different than the original title was a través de sus ojos, through her eyes, and and so I kind of yeah, we kind of just ran with it. It gave a different layer for sure.
That's wonderful. I'm going to leave on this one because I love this. This entire presentation was so uplifting, true food for my soul. And I am in awe of all of the talented artists who made this experience possible. I think that was very well said. Thank you all. All of our amazing dancers and choreographers and artists, and of course, Jessie, you being a wonderful leader and artistic director in the foundation, our board, our faculty, our students out there. We see you, our alum. It's phenomenal seeing all of you here, even in these tiny little boxes. And just knowing that we are pushing through this. We will be here on the other side of COVID. Dance education, this mission of Steffi Nossen is very, very important and dear to our hearts. And we are fighting every day to keep dancing.